Hi, this is Carol Lee from Portland Community College, and this is a video to help you get into Webwork and navigate around the system. Go ahead and log into My PCC. Get there by doing my.pcc.edu, so I've already logged in. And then we're going to go to the D2L page for our class. So a great way to get there is to scroll down and click on the D2L login. Great. And sometimes if that link isn't working or the system's getting overloaded, there's another way to get there is online.pcc.edu. That's a page that takes you right to the D2L screen without going through my PCC. So if there's a lot of traffic and things get bogged down, you can also get in that way. Okay, so this is your D2L homepage. So if you scroll down, you will see a list of all your courses. That is, any courses that are using D2L or desire to learn. Online courses will definitely do that, and then some face-to-face courses will do that too. You can see I have 3 classes this term. I'm going to click on our class, Basic Math. And this is our homepage just for our course. And these tabs are what you'll use most frequently. Let's just explore. You can explore around in here, click on things. You can't mess anything up, so just click around and explore what's there. I'm going to click on the content page. If you click on this table of contents, then you'll see everything that's posted here. So here's our syllabus. Here's a link to Webwork. Here is a link to the tutoring center for their hours. More things will be posted here throughout the term. So you can get to Webwork right here, or easier when you just log in, click on Webwork Homework right here. First I want to show you there's our notes website that opens up another tab with notes finished in class. These are still from the fall term. Go back here. You can also see your grade. There's an online tutoring link in our class list. I'll show you the grades after we go into Webwork. So let's click on Webwork. And it has this little spider web icon. Great. So this is our list of homework assignments. Get that if it didn't come up on it, click on Homework Sets. And if I scroll down, these are all the problems we'll be doing this term. Seems like a lot, but there's maybe 10 to 20 to 25 or 30 for the bigger ones in each one, and they'll be spread out over the whole term. The status is important. That tells you whether it's open or not. They're set so they're not open all the time. That would be kind of overwhelming. But as we go, as we cover the material in class, then sections open as we go. So you can see all of these from the first week are open, and then starting the second week, these will open on such and such a date and time. You can also see when they're due. Usually my due dates are Sundays and Tuesdays, but that could be different in a different term. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on, oh, one more thing about that. Once you finish or once it is closed, it doesn't disappear, but it moves down to the bottom of the list. So you can always go in and redo problems, do them again. If it's past the due date, the points won't change, but you can still go in there. It's just that you need to look at the bottom of the list. It's handy though because the next thing you're working on will be at the top. Okay, let's go into the orientation. Once you click on the particular assignment, you will see how many problems there are. I'm going to go ahead and click on problem 1. I've done some of these already, but let's do a couple things. So it says, this orientation will guide you through how to type things in. It says, what's the value of 3 plus 3? Type your answer in the box below. So I've already done it, but this shows you can do it again. You have 3 different buttons here. Preview my answers. We'll just show you what it looks like. This is useful if you're typing in a fraction or some other type of notation. For 6, of course, it just looks the same. Check answer. will tell you if it's right or wrong. But if it's wrong, it won't tell you what the right answer is. That's why this is really useful. It's better than looking in the back of the book and seeing what the right answer is. Then you can't figure it out for yourself. Then when you have it right, click on Submit. And it shows green if it's right and red if it's not. So let me go back and change this to 5. That's the wrong answer. And if I put Submit, it shows that it's red. Okay. Now in our class, it doesn't really matter between check and submit because you have unlimited attempts to try these problems. This is for your learning, and so there is no penalty for trying a problem. In some courses, especially online classes, maybe there are only 3 chances. That's why you might want to check before you submit. In our class, you really don't even need to check. You can go ahead and submit. Okay, let me change this back to 6. Now, I had already gotten it right, so you might have noticed down here, this stayed green. Because I already had it right, it did not take that point away from me. This is another, it's a neat little bar to see your progress bar. Let's go to next. What is the value of 1 plus 1? It's 2. This here, they want you to type in the wrong answer, so try it out. It's kind of like I did on the last one. We go to next. Okay, this has some of the notation that might be a little different than the way we write it. So for example, try literally entering 8 times 2 plus 7. The way we enter multiplication, because we don't have a dot on the keyboard, is we use an asterisk. So it's on the 8 button, Shift 8. So that's what 8 times 2 looks like. And then plus, you just use the plus key on the keyboard. 8 times 2 plus 7. Great. And then for division, we use a slash. 3 divided by 7. And that means division. For exponents, we use this caret symbol. You can think of it as pointing up, like exponent or power. So here, this has a letter K, which looks a little bit more like algebra, so don't worry about that. We're just practicing using the caret key. K to the 8th power. Another thing is that caps matter. So this is a lowercase k and this is an uppercase k. So when I type this one in, I'm going to go 2 to the power of capital K. These are more geared for algebra classes, but we will use the exponent key in our class. Okay, let's go submit. All of them are right. What's great about this system is, let's say I had 1 wrong and 3 right. It would just tell me which one was red, and then it would outline the one that was wrong in red. Then you only need to fix that one. Beautiful. Okay, great. So I've done 4 of these. Let's look at the next one. You can also navigate over here. Oh yes, let's do the parenthesis one. This fraction bar means that we need to do this addition first and then divide by 2 last. So fraction bar means that division is going to happen very last. We'll talk about that more in the order of operations. But when we type something in like this, that means we need to put parentheses around the 4 plus 0. Then type divided by 2. Let me do, this is one where you might want to do preview so that you can see if what you typed in is what you want. That's what I want. What if I had, because it looks like this, what if I forgot the parentheses and I did 4 plus 0 divided by 2? Now division comes first in order of operations, so it's going to do that first. Let me hit preview. And it just says 4 plus 0 because 0 divided by 2 is 0, so 4 plus 0. So that's not going to give me the right answer. parentheses back in. 4 plus 0 divided by 2. Again, this is geared a little bit more towards algebra classes, but we might need it. Submit. And it's right. Okay, so if you haven't done it already, you can go through the whole orientation. But I want to go back to homework sets. So once you finish one assignment, go back to homework sets and then click on the next one. And that's how you get from assignment to assignment. You can see the problems. One really cool button, let me go to problem 1 here, is the email instructor button. I want you to use that a lot, even though you might feel shy to use it or be embarrassed to use it. I really want to know when you need help on a problem. That's exactly what this button is for, and that's part of my office hours and office time. So you can click that from any problem, and please click it from the problem you're stuck on, because this sends me a link so that I can see your screen exactly what you had typed in, and so that can help me to help you. So you can type a little note here that helps me understand exactly what your question is. Don't have to, but it's useful. And then you would click on Send Email. Okay, I will tell you guys if I'm getting too many of those emails, but so far it has not happened. So I can always get more of those emails. Go back to homework sets. You will just keep clicking through until you do all of these. You can see your status over here. So you want all of these to say 100%. There are also, in many of these sections, have videos over here. So if you want to go over something again that we did in class, or you've missed a class, please use these as a resource. There also are notes from any of these sections. This is just like a textbook. Here's the multiplication table. So please use that to your advantage. Another great thing you can do is, let's say that you don't want to do your math in front of the computer. I don't like to do all my math in front of the computer. And also, maybe you need to print them out at school and then go take them home or somewhere else and work or whatever, do your homework. So you can click Download PDF for current set. That is a great tool to use. Now, I can't click on it because it'll show you students' names, but I have clicked on it before. And this is for the addition and subtraction set. It will come up with a printout like this, or a PDF like this, and then you can print it. You could also just save it or download it or send it to your phone. Use technology that way. I recommend writing down all of your work when you're doing web work. So this is one way to do it if you have access to printing. Through your PCC account, you get $10 free every term. Or if you have a printer at home, you can do that too. Or if you don't want to print them out, I would at least write them out on paper as you go. That way, it's like problem 1, write it down as you go. That way you have a record of what you've done and you can study for it, or study with those notes. Okay, so every problem has an email instructor button. You can also go to homework sets, and let's say you want to work on these 3. You can click those, go to the very bottom, download PDF, hard copy for selected sets, and it will download all the ones that you checked. Okay, so that's how you're going to navigate around. The other thing I want to show you is grades. This is where you can check what's been recorded. You can see in every problem set, but this will give you, especially as we go further in the term, this will tell you how much you've done. So you can see every one that I've finished is green and it says 100. Sometimes if there's more than one part to it, it might be a lower number. Like if you got 3 out of 4, it'd probably say 75. It says I'm 50% done with the whole first assignment, and it says I have 8 points. Oh, sorry, that's out of 8. I have 4 out of 8 points. That makes more sense. And then at the very bottom, so all the problems you're going to be doing this term, I have 4 out of 600 problems, which is 1%. I want to show you something about this 600. We don't have 600 required. All of these at the end are chapter reviews, and they open when we get to the end of that chapter or the end of that part, if chapter 3 has 2 parts. These chapter reviews are not required, so these from here on down, there's actually 200 extra points. You can use those points to make up any points that you've missed earlier in the web work. Let's say you were sick and the deadline just passed. You can still do those problems, but they won't count for points. But you can go in and do these reviews and make up those points. So that's why it says 600 down here. But our course is out of 400 points. So you can see you can make up actually half of those. Okay, scroll back up. The other thing that's great is you can see your WebWork score inside D2L. So I want to go back to D2L and go to the Grades tab. Oops, before I do that, I have to change myself to a student and go to the Grades tab. Okay, every student has a Grades page that looks like this. Here's the WebWork online homework, and this is your total points inside WebWork. Okay, so remember I had 4 points from the orientation? There's my 4 points out of 400. Now, we don't have that many points in our class, though. The WebWork grade is out of 100 altogether. So what that means is there's 4 times as many points in WebWork. So every 4 problems inside WebWork is equal to 1 point in our course grade. So this number, it says this number is divided by 4 to get your grade points. Don't worry if this looks low, because remember, this is the whole term. You won't reach 400 until the end of the term. But this number, this WebWork grade points, is being counted in your grade, and this is going to increase gradually week by week. So each question inside WebWork is worth 1/4 of a point for your grade. And the total amount possible will be increased each week on Tuesday morning, and will reach 100 points by the end of the term. So right now, for the first week, there are, let's see, 4 times that. Multiply that real quick. I forget how many points there were. 1.75. Yes, 39 points. There are 39 points for the first week in WebWork, and so dividing by 4, that's 9.75. And I had completed 4, so that is worth 1 point. So you can check on this, make sure that it matches what you see in WebWork. If it doesn't, let me know. You will also, as the term progresses, you'll be able to see your scores for all of these assignments, tests, and your final grade. Okay, well, I hope this has been really helpful to help you go into WebWork, to get in there and start working on these problems. And if you have any questions or need help getting in, please email me or call or come to my office. And if you have any questions with the content of how to do the problems, also, please email, call, or come to my office or the tutoring center. Okay, thanks a lot. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.